Reimagining work, from suffering at work to creating a more loving, compassionate, abundant, and spiritually aligned life. Written by Gissele Damiani-Taraba. Narrated by Gissele Damiani-Taraba. Copyright Maitri Center, Gissele Damiani-Taraba. Welcome. I'm so grateful for your interest in listening to this book and joining me in my journey to rediscovering work. My greatest desire is that this book is of assistance to you on your journey. The strength of this book lies in its application and practice, not solely its knowledge. You have the power to change your life right now. You just need to choose to do whatever it takes to make that shift. I want you to take what I've said in this book and try it out for yourselves. The framework for this book will follow the pattern of sharing my experiences to expand your awareness. Questions are embedded through heart stretches to up-level your practices and challenge you to change how you respond to events and interactions in your personal lives and at work. Over time, as you practice self-compassion and self-love, love and compassion will be your default setting. This is embodiment, where you become the person you want to be in every aspect of your life and with every being you meet. Much love to you always, Gissele. A new beginning. Pain pushes until vision pulls. Michael Beckwith. I was frustrated. I'd left my employment 2 years earlier to fulfill my dream of spreading love and compassion at home and at work, but I was making little progress. I'd been busting my butt producing content, social media, a podcast, a blog, paying for marketing, going on podcast shows to promote my work, and nothing, not a thing. Even though everyone told me how needed this was in our current world. I was particularly frustrated because I was in uncharted territory. I'd always been an overachiever. I have 2 master's degrees, had risen to leadership positions in organizations, and had managed millions of dollars in business even while young. But here I was, putting in maximum effort with minimal progress. I was venting to my husband David, asking him for his sage perspective on my new situation. He reassured me that it was all part of the journey and that everything would work out well. But I was nervous. I hadn't been without income since I was 13 years old. If you're that nervous, he said, shrugging, why don't you get a job? In his mind, there was no need to suffer. Just make a choice about what you want to do because there are always options. And it wasn't like he suggested I return to a full-time permanent position. I could have gotten a contract or taken on part-time work as I grew my business. But his answer hit a nerve with me. Doesn't he believe in my abilities? I asked myself. Doesn't he believe I can succeed? I'd known David for over 15 years. I knew that he believed in me. He has always supported me, and rather than be upset or afraid, he was happy for me when I left my high-paying but stressful job to pursue my dream. Having practiced meditation for a long time and knowing the incredible power of my own inner wisdom, I knew the answer was within me. My husband was giving me a gift. I just couldn't see it. I sat down on my favorite office chair, took a deep breath, and went inward to understand why I was reacting to my husband's comment. Then it hit me. I don't want to get a job, I said to myself. This answer surprised me. I'd been working since I was young, from babysitting at 13, to working at a daycare at 16, to working retail, then being a researcher in a hospital, then a quality assurance manager, and then finally rising to the position of a director at a children's aid society. I was always employed somewhere and I was always successful. So what was the real issue? As I dove deeper into my own awareness, I heard myself say, I don't like the way we work. Throughout my professional career, I've experienced controlling bosses, takeovers and acquisitions, overwork, government oversight, bankruptcy, high-stress environments, lack of flexibility and trust, and the assignment of tasks I did not want to do. There were also relationship issues at work, as well as unaddressed racism, discrimination, bullying, and harassment. The thought of having to check in with people and tell someone where I was going all of the time out of fear that they'd think I wasn't working didn't appeal to me.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?